Hi, hello everybody. Welcome to the latest edition of the Roundtable. I am your host Steven, and this is Gio. Back in the cinemas, and today we just saw Spider-Man No Way Home, which is the third installment of the trilogy with Tom Holland, if I'm remembering his name correctly.
Yeah.
After you, your thoughts. You're the superhero guy.
Look, Fast, it's like almost like the Marvel team up. Spider-Man teams up with Doctor Strange. And so if you know how Doctor Strange, the first one came out with the warps reality and all this kind of different dimension and everything, it's kind of like that. It's a multiversal universe and everything. And probably, let's put it this way, they fixed up nicely. How they blend everything else with Dr. Octopus and other surprise guests, which I'm not gonna spoil. If he wants to do it, he doesn't. I'm not gonna do it.
Want to be the bad guy?
Okay. But there's a lot of like villains that he doesn't know who they are, and he gets help from other people, and he tries to reestablish control. And I find they couldn't have done any better than what it is right now. I mean, it was perfectly thing. And of course, this movie makes me realize how come I hate Spider-Man sometimes. It's like he's too responsible. He's trying to be too much of a goody two-shoe. Well, I'm the type of person who goes, look, it's not my job. This is what I do. I'm a soldier. Like he's a soldier. Okay, and he cannot handle the responsibility of being a captain or even worse, a general. And that's what you see. He's a soldier. He wants the simplicity of the world, which to me, when I'm looking at it, it's like I'm more kind of a general. Goes, look, this is the way it is. That's what it is. That's it. That's all. I'm not God. I'm not this and I'm not that. And the part is he chooses certain paths to do what he has to do, which I'm not gonna ruin it for you guys because it ruins the whole movie if you don't watch it. But, and that's the part I get is like get some galls into it. You know what you have to do, and then he tries to be Mr. Goody two-shoe kind of thing, but it works. If it was me, Spider-Man, it would have been a different universe completely. But overall, I love it. Like it's 2 hours.
2.5, I think. Something like that.
I think a bit less, maybe whatever. Let's say less than 2.5 hours. I enjoyed it. I mean, Marvel is a miracle worker making movies more better than better, able to take all the other Spider-Mans ever existed and fix it up and make it work. Well, a lot of companies, I won't mention, DC, they try to fix, and they're using the wrong putting, the wrong glue to make it even better. But Marvel, I don't know how they do it, where they get the writers. Well, who's the main editor of the Marvel Universe? But kudos for them. It's for now until I die. Marvel, I'm gonna be the first one to get there because I know it's a no-brainer that there will be more hitting out of the ballpark as a home runs than a strikeout. While DC, I'm still hesitating again. So for me, all the way thumbs up. And go to IMAX because I love it. My butt felt so amazing. So now I'll let go to Steven, and if he spoils it, I'll be right behind you. I'm watching your back. I'm watching your back and his back too.
I cannot confirm that your butt is amazing. You were sitting on it, so I don't know. I'll take your word for it. It's in the dark. We don't know what's happening. I'm gonna say favorite installment of the series so far. Tom Holland, who plays Spider-Man, and Peter Parker, great performance and probably his strongest in the series. They bring back the bad guys, as you know, but they're not just there to bring people into the theater. There's actually a good story behind it. There's a character arc. I mean, William Dafoe as the Green Goblin, I think, shines for me in this one. He really did well. It brought him back, and I think they really did some really good fan service. And this isn't a cheap shot that some movies do. This was actually well executed. Every villain that you think you know shows up and has a moment. There's other things that happen, but with great power comes great responsibility, so I'm not going to say what the rest happens. But they open the door to the multiverse, so if they bring the villains, use your head, think what else is going to happen. Okay, so but they do it well, it's executed really well. It's 2.5 hours ballpark. I was not bored for a second. I was very happy. My butt was happy. In IMAX seat, I recommend IMAX. The special effects are amazing. Well done all the way too. I agree with Johnny. Marvel, Sony, they're all joint forces. Whatever they're doing, Kevin Feige, who's a producer of Marvel, who's seen the scope of what they can do, he's a genius. And this is working well again. I usually say I'm tired of superhero movies, but you know what? I went in there going, Spider-Man, another one. I walked out there happy. It reminded me of my childhood, and I came out of it happy with seeing everything involved with it, and it ties up a lot of loose ends, brings a lot of stuff back,
and fixes a lot of loose ends.
Fix up a lot of stuff too. So you know what? This team that did the Spider-Man series, man, kudos to you. This is great. Thumbs up, worth your money. Go to IMAX, see this. If you're anything into Spider-Man, this is the one. This is actually the first trilogy that is all three are good. You know, you can say what you want about the other ones. I think this is the strongest of the trilogies, and it ends off on a high note. Kudos. Stay for the end, all within. There are 2 post-credit scenes. You need to watch them. They're really good. It's going to get you excited for the next installment. So that being said, I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Go see it. I give it a big spiderweb thumbs up. A big spiderweb up. My spider senses were tingling in happiness, as well as my butt was tingling in happiness.
And I did the same thing. I was tingling when I looked at myself in the mirror. But anyways, there's a lot of twists and turns in this movie, all for the better. It's like, it's not a Hollywood Spider-Man that you see it coming.
Yeah.
Certain things you're hesitating. Are they gonna do this? You're like, oh yeah, no, whatever. And then there's twists and turns. It's like, now Spider-Man, he's finished. And there's another turn to that. There's another turn to this. Personally, it's like one of these amazing novels. It's well done from the beginning to the end, and I agree with Steve. It is the best of all the Spider-Mans that ever existed. It's the best of Spider-Man's world. So I mean, can I say nothing go? And this is made for a theater.
Yeah.
The visual
itself.
Went to IMAX. I'm trying to find blurry visions, little mistakes. No, this only thing could have been if it was 3D. It would have been. It would be fantastic. It would be out of this world.
There's a sequence when they first go in the multiverse.
Oh my god!
The fight between Strange and Spider-Man. That would have been awesome. I would have to agree with you. That would have been
discussion. In other words, because kind of. But it's like a lot of things you're gonna say. Oh, this reminds me a bit of Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
But of course, 3D because of COVID and all this kind of thing, they can't do a lot of things in this kind of thing. But kudos to Marvels. Kudos to my butt because it would withstand the time because it passed by and rave reviews for myself. So no problem with myself.
So I think we're in agreement. Deserves to be seen in IMAX. Deserves to be in the theater.
Oh yeah.
Get your butt there to see it. If you like Spider-Man at all, this is the one I think you need to see.
This is the one that puts all the 3 universes Spider-Mans perfectly.
Yeah. It was, you know what, you can't fault this one. There's no, usually, you know, when they bring all these characters into, there's always people that suffer and some didn't get a moment to shine. Everybody gets a moment, and that it worked well. So you know what, kudos. You know what, Marvel, you're on fire, and that's, you know, I can't say anything wrong.
Yeah, and the ending, it's an ending that shows how Peter Parker is.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna say more than that, but with a piece of paper and a coffee. But the whole thing is, it shows that he's always takes the second place.
Yeah.
He always thinks people before he thinks of himself.
He's a hero.
Too good, too much for me.
He's a hero.
I cannot. I'm not him. I'm not Peter Parker.
He's a hero. So that being said, this is Gio and Steven from the Round Table. We're telling you, this is the movie to go see. Right now, until next week when The Matrix and The Kingsman comes out, then we'll probably see something else. But right now, I'm really happy I saw this. This put a smile on my face. If you like Spider-Man at all, you need to see this one. This will put a smile and a tear in your eye.
Even though you don't like Spider-Man, it's still amazing. If you know nothing about the other Spider-Man universe and all kind of things, this is still, you don't need Spider-Man to know Spider-Man. This is well done. And if you hear from your uncles or your father saying, oh, the other Spider-Man's better than this. This solves everything.
Yeah, right.
But perfectly done.
I agree 100%.
So there you go. I'm not talking more.
So this is Steven.
Gio.
The Round Table. Hit the like button, subscribe. Tell us if you saw this movie. Tell us what you like, what you didn't like. We would love to hear from you. All right, so take care. Enjoy your movies. He's going to hit me in about 30 seconds.